If you're a CPF member, you and the organization that you're a member of, we are on the cutting edge of delivering behavioral health services and tools to our members and their families. We're also on cancer research and prevention.
What we found is that the last 20 years, our exposure to cancer is dramatically increasing with all the different products that we're being exposed to. A few years back, the World Health Organization actually categorized firefighting as a Class 1 carcinogen. So now we understand that it's not about if we're going to get cancer, but our members are basically on the clock as far as when they get cancer.
In San Francisco, we've lost over 400 firefighters to cancer since 2006. So this is a huge issue for not just San Francisco and California firefighters, but firefighters all over the world.
Being in the forefront at the state level to ensure that our members have access to the most cutting-edge treatments, research projects, and abilities to ensure that they retire with a long, healthy life is paramount to health and safety.
I believe so strongly in the research and the effort of research. Y'all, if we as firefighters don't do it, nobody's gonna do it. Kaiser Permanente approached CPF probably 18 months ago and wanted to do a cancer prevention study.
Kaiser is working to try and find some key aspects in blood chemistry when it comes to changes for predicting cancer.
We're well over 1,000 members that signed up. In order to participate, you've got to be a CPF member and a Kaiser member. But they also threw in, what if we include anybody that's retired within the last 10 years?
CPF is involved with Dr. Derek Irwin and his work at UCLA, where he's also working on studies to find links between the occupation of being a firefighter and a potential cancer diagnosis.
The California Firefighter Cancer Research Study is a collaborative study run out of UCLA and UC Davis. And the idea there is for us to cast a net across all of California so that firefighters from throughout the state can participate in this research. So the goal is to collect blood samples from firefighters, and what we'll use that for is to measure things that persist in our blood like PFAS and heavy metals. We'll also measure the biological effects of those exposures that may drive cancer risk. That'll be things like DNA methylation, RNA transcriptomics.
We had a lot of firefighters from Palisades and the Eden fire kind of kick this off. Once in a lifetime, I think, opportunity to get to do a study like this, especially after the magnitude of those type of fires.
In 2020, this body passed a resolution giving guidance to CPF to pass legislation for cancer research. AB 700 came out of that resolution, offering millions of dollars in grant research to the CPF and firefighters throughout the state. Currently, there are 8 projects that are underway.
So our study is a little bit unique because we're taking a more comprehensive approach where we're not just looking at the exposures that firefighters have from incidents, but we're trying to actually look at their whole picture because we know cancer isn't just driven by those exposures. There's a lot of mechanisms that go into the development of cancer. What are all those mechanisms? And once we dive into those, that's where we have options where we can give firefighters, hey, things you could do today to start changing these things.
The Behavioral Health Task Force is made up of the CPF. It is made up of Cal Chiefs, Cal OES, and in fact, Cal JAC. And this 4-organization group came together because more firefighters committed suicide in a couple of years than all other causes of death, making behavioral health finally a priority that we needed to take care of, bringing people out of the shadows to get the care that they so desperately need.
I can think right now off the top of my head, 10 locals who are facing some serious mental health challenges because of incidents that happened in their home locals. And they might be in the dark, not sure what to do, and they're just trying to figure it out.
The game changer for me was losing 4 firefighters back in the fall in like a 3 or 4 month period. It was always very personal for me, but I never shared why it was personal. And that is why I put the behavioral health video out about my story, because I realized I can't leave the office of president and stay silent.
How do we prevent behavioral health injuries from happening? By fortifying our firefighters, by giving them the tools to realize that the impact is going to be heavy from this job and that there are ways to deal with it through peer supporters, behavioral health and culturally competent clinicians, through networks and teams of firefighters supported by clinicians.
So what is the Suicide Prevention and Safety Stand Down? It's an opportunity for you as a local leader to engage with your administration and really push the message down to all of the firefighters that are working on your floor that we need to take this serious. That if there is a member that is struggling and a member who is considering taking their life, that we can intervene and maybe change the trajectory of that decision.
We use each of the 4 entities of the Behavioral Health Task Force to make sure that healingourOwn.org is populated so that everybody has access to that, because not everybody has systems that work.
When we talk about behavioral health, there's a big portion of our firefighter population that gets overlooked, and that is our retirees.
We're finding that retirees were having just as many issues in retirement as they were when they were working.
At the 2024 convention, a resolution was brought forward by the Orange County firefighters that would expand services for retirees through the Behavioral Health Task Force.
I'm pretty excited about not only the resolution, we're going to try to have the retiree subcommittee meet at least quarterly and take actions to now build that out on not only healingourOwn.org, but literally in the network that we've built up and down the state.
We are leading the charge in the areas of behavioral health and cancer diagnosis. If firefighters aren't going to do it for firefighters, nobody is.
CPF is here to help you, to guide you, and to give you the resources that you need to make your local and your members successful and healthy.